Good morning. It's Thursday, November the 19th, and I'm going to do an unboxing in the Nook of an actual game rather than a parcel. And that game is Nuclear War. Okay, this is Nuclear War card game. It's an award-winning, fast-paced, and often everyone loses. Well, that is a game about nuclear war, so what do you expect? So this is the 50th anniversary edition, which came out 5 years ago. So this, in fact, game is 55 years old. Originally published in 1965 at the height of the Cold War. It is published by Flying Buffalo Games. So we see the humorous card game with a tongue-in-cheek view of international diplomacy, propaganda, and finally nuclear holocaust. 2 to 8 players engage in touching negotiations until a warmonger pushes the button. This hilarious card game is easy to learn and fast to play, but watch out. If everybody is wiped out, nobody wins. And it warns you if this box glows in the dark, handle with care. So there's the back of the box. So here we go. Just get that. Take the wrapping off. So this is probably one of sort of like the few sort of like hobby games, I suppose, that is really still in print from its era. There aren't that many games from the 60s that are still in print that are not family games. So opening up, let's tie box. Okay, so what we've got inside is that, and I've just tipped everything on the floor. Brilliant, well done. So you've got several decks, a couple of decks, 3 decks of cards. You have several basically play decks, and what you're doing each turn is essentially you're basically stacking these spaces with a warhead and a means to deliver them, and keep a measure of your population here, a low deterrence there. And the aim of the game is your population cards, and it's to reduce the population cards of your opponent, wipe them out with nuclear missiles, and be the last one standing. And that's the rules. So it really just amounts to 4 pages. Yeah, that's everything. And then, infamously, what you've got is this spinner, and every time you launch a missile, you have random effect. Alternatively, you can do it with 2 10-sided dice or 2 6-sided dice to get various results. For example, missile booster explodes on launch, or dud warhead, or radioactive fallout kills another 2 million. So you've got population cards, so like that, 25 million, and population cards, and then propaganda cards, which will have various effects that will either kill other people or steal them to your side, and so on. Basically increase your population. Generally the game goes, it plays to the point where everyone's played all their propaganda cards, and you push yourself to the point of brinkmanship, and then you just launch your missiles and destroy each other. At the end of it, it's generally one person. If one side is wiped out, they have a chance to retaliate if they've got missiles loaded, because essentially what you need to have to launch a missile is a warhead which does the damage, and then a means of delivery, whether that's bombers or missiles and so on. And basically they might have one last retaliatory strike, which indeed could wipe out the person who attacked them, and then they have a chance of a retaliatory strike, and so on. In sort of like a usually in sort of like basically it's mad, it's mutually assured destruction, and that's the point. The nuclear war really is a satire on the Cold War and nuclear politics of the period. And back in the day, I mean, people saw it as a satire, but so others didn't see the humour in it, even if it is dark humour. And if it's played like that, it's fine. And I think one of the interesting things is sort of like it reminds me. There's a scene in RoboCop where there's a family game, and they're basically playing a game of international politics and confrontation. And the kid goes, "You cross my line in Pakistan, I'm launching my missiles," and and it's that kind of thing. Obviously, there's no map involved, and it's sort of abstract in the sense of sort of like you're not playing in a map. It's not real world politics, but it is confrontation between nuclear powers. So the thing is, it plays fairly quickly, because essentially because very quickly you are launching missiles at each other, throwing them back and forth, and it's the ultimate sort of like take that game, because the idea is to wipe your opponent out and survive, or indeed essentially wipe everyone out, or basically, and nobody survives and everybody loses. So that's nuclear war. As I said, basically, it's a silly, satirical, quite dark humoured filler of a game that is still in print after 55 years. Yeah, and I will have a review of that up very soon. Anyway, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back with something else soon. Bye for now.